One of the key components of the Citrus Health Response Program is ensuring that we have healthy propagative material. Let's visit a Florida citrus nursery to review the new requirements for citrus nurseries.
Hi, I'm Justin Ezel, Supervisor of the Department's Citrus Nursery Certification Program. Providing clean nursery stock is the first step in protecting Florida's citrus industry. Today, I'm at Likes Nursery down in Laredo, Florida, and joining me is John Gose, Manager of Likes Nursery and current President of the Florida Nurserymen's Association.
Well, Justin, why don't we go inside, we'll decontaminate, and I'll explain some of the issues we had in our compliance.
Let's get started.
All right, Justin, as you can see, we've got our air forced entry with our air curtain, which seems to work fine.
That's great, great velocity. I mean, hopefully you know as well as I do, the reason for these is to keep, if there's any insect silage for that matter on our shoulders,
right? Yeah.
Hopefully that'll blow them out and keep them out. And I see you got yellow sticky traps.
Right, and that's what we use to monitor any silage escapes that may get in.
Very nice, very nice. That's great.
All right, well, let's go ahead into the greenhouse.
Okay.
All right, Justin. One thing we've done, and I don't know how many other nurseries have done it, but we've added one of the ventilation fans right near the second door, the double door entry, just to add protection.
Added protection.
To blow any insects that may be coming in, and of course we're screened in.
Yeah. I like the size of this screen room. It's
well, and this was basically developed with shipping trees in mind.
Okay. So
we could have enough room based on our tree shipping needs for our company.
Great.
And excellent. Then some of the challenges. I mean, we started with 20-year-old greenhouses, and so it was a major challenge. We had to add trusses. Just finding the trusses was difficult because they don't even manufacture these anymore.
Right.
And if we had to do it over, it'd probably been cheaper just to knock them down and start over.
Right.
But it is what it is. We've got our project complete, and hopefully we're in complete compliance.
Yeah, it looks great. And I see you got the yellow stickies throughout the nursery itself.
Yes, we've got them all through here, and they're again just another extra tool to monitor.
Great.
Justin, as you can see, we're implementing a different irrigation system than I think most nurseries. I think most nurseries are under overhead. But we're going out on a limb, and we're going to have all of our plants propagated with drip irrigation.
Okay.
One of the reasons in this confined atmosphere and wet foliage, we just wanted to eliminate any risk of disease pressure.
That's great.
And as you can see too, we've got increased trees that have been tested for greening, all approved by DPI, registered and certified increased trees that as soon as we get our first crop of liners planted, we've got our own budwood source.
And I know, is your ground actually here nematode certified?
The entire area here is nematode certified.
Nematode certified. Right. And even if you didn't have that, you still have your trees on benches 18 inches or above.
Correct, yes.
The ground, which is also another part of the rule that has to be.
This nursery, when it was first developed, we had the entire property nematode certified.
Great, so. Excellent. John, I was noticing that one part of the rule is in your nursery is having it relatively weed free, and I don't hardly see any weeds in here at all.
And I think that may be an advantage of having drip irrigation. We're not wetting the entire soil of the greenhouse with just a little bit of a drip underneath.
That's very true. John, one other thing is, while we're inside the structure, is there anything you could think of, from a nurseryman standpoint that your members may ask you a question about?
Well, that'd be a difficult question to ask, because you visited a lot of nurseries,
right?
And every one of them has a little twist to it.
That's true. And they're all the same, but in the same tote, they're all different.
I think the biggest challenge that all of us have as nurserymen is the fact that none of us have ever grown trees in a enclosed structure.
Right.
So, you know, through the Nursemen's Association, we are definitely going to have to communicate with one another to get the ball rolling and get through it initially. But that's going to be our biggest challenge.
John, I see you still have some leftover inventory that was budded outside. You know, according to the rule, all of that inventory has to be gone by December 31st of this year, 2007.
Right, and that is our plans. We're actively working on shipping trees right now, and we should have no problem.
Okay.
And actually, we'll probably be way ahead of schedule. And that's exactly what I was talking about, our transition from outside to inside. You know, we all know how to grow trees in these conditions, and growing them inside is just going to be a new venture for all of us.
John, I see you've used plastic as opposed to screen on the outside. Any particular reason? I mean,
well, actually what this is side curtain material.
Right.
So it's really not polyplastic. But the reason we use this is to eliminate issues with screen, which right up here I'll be able to show you some of the problems we've had with screen. But this just eliminates it and makes it a better seal.
And that's no problem as long as it's solid, and
Yeah,
that works great. I see you got gravel along the sides.
Yeah, we've gravelled all the way around out about 18 or 24 inches just to eliminate weed pressure.
Okay, and I'll tell you another good reason for having that is like the water runoff or anything.
Right.
You know, that could undermine the foundation, and yeah, that's great.
So far that's working.
And this is the screen.
Let's talk a little bit about our caulking job. What do you think about that?
Okay, yeah, that's sealed up pretty good. Looks great.
Yeah, there again, we were dealing with a 20-year-old greenhouse trying to retrofit it, and now it has been a challenge.
It looks sealed pretty good. That's great. And then you've got screen back here, and I'm sure the reason for this is so you can pull air with your fans through.
Right. Yeah, we had to have a big enough air exchange room on the intake side of the house to make sure we had enough airflow. And this is what I'm talking about. Some of your inspectors have found some little holes in the screen that are they occur, but that's one reason I didn't want to have a solid wall of screen down the sides. It's a lot easier to inspect these end rooms than it is that entire screen on the side.
And this is the screen with the, it's got to exclude the melon aphid.
Right. It is an approved screen.
Okay, insect-proof screen, and there are a number of different manufacturers out there that make that, and they can tell you.
Greenhouse manufacturers and virus cloth manufacturers that'll, and I think it's pretty well specified in the rule what the grid on that screen needs to be.
Exactly. Yeah, everything looks sealed great. All your corners are caulked, and it looks great. Well, John, I'd like to thank you for allowing us to come out, and hopefully some of this information that we went over today will be very helpful to nurserymen out there and help you answer their questions and help me answer their questions for that matter.
I think it'll help all of us. And like I said earlier, all the nurseries have done things a little bit differently. There's a little different twist in each location, and to get through this initial phase of this compliance, we need to share ideas, and I'm more than happy to share what we've done.
Great, we appreciate it, and I think we're well on our way. Let's review some of the important things to remember about the Citrus Nursery Certification Program. Now let's visit the department's Citrus Budwood Registration Office.